Welcome to Web Essentials. This video serves as your orientation to help you navigate through the course. We're going to review some basic things that will help get you started and help you make sure you know how to get through the course so that you can complete the semester. So as we first log in, you're going to notice we've got navigation over here on the left. That's going to help you access various things in the course. We do have information. Your course instructor information should be quick and easy to get to. And then you do also have links to things like the orientation, which is going to provide all the information similar to a syllabus, but in more depth, which we'll get into in just a minute. The syllabus, and then if you ever need to message your instructor, that's a quick link to the inbox. You do also have quick links to all the modules. We do cover, I believe, 14 modules, and we have a final project. We're going to be learning how to code web pages with HTML and CSS. So with that said, this is going to be a course that you want to make sure you know how to navigate, because we do complete approximately 1 to 2 modules every single week. Okay, so the first thing you're going to want to do this week is you're going to want to access this orientation as well as your syllabus. The orientation is an actual module that will take you through everything you need to know to get you started this semester. Okay, so we do have information about your instructor, course communication. This link right here is going to take you to your course schedule, so it'll let you know very important dates in the semester, as well as everything that's going to be due during the semester. So some students actually like to print that out to be able to use it like a checklist. We also have supplies, textbooks, etc. How you're going to be graded this semester. This is going to be very similar to any other course where you have an A through F scale. Okay, we do have 12 discussions, and total they are worth 5% of your grade. These are quick links to each of them, so if you do need to access them really quick, that's one way to get to them. You are going to complete 9 assignments that are all using HTML and or CSS, and that is about 50% of your grade. So you're going to use this coding hands-on, and you're going to be actually creating web pages this semester. And then there's going to be 15 quizzes. Okay, most of them do align with the textbook, which is Head First HTML and CSS, which we'll show you in just a minute. And then the final is a project where you're going to code a web page about yourself. Okay, so with that said, let's just show you the textbook. And the textbook basically is Head First HTML and CSS. The biggest thing you want to note is that over in the top right hand corner it says second edition. That is the most recent version, and it is going to be very helpful to you. The other thing you want to make sure you have is access to a text editor, and then there's a few other typical required supplies for any other course in this program. So a text editor is going to be used heavily throughout the semester. So just make sure, and you're going to get into it in Module 1, make sure that you do have access to one of those in the first week, as well as your textbook, because you do use both of those pretty regularly. Okay, so we do have links to all of the different things like support services, Canvas support. So if you're brand new to an online course, just know that we've got a lot of resources. You can either navigate through this next link here, or you can click on the pages directly. Okay, so in each module you will have things that you need to do. In most cases it might be a quiz. In some cases it might be an assignment. In other cases it might be a discussion. So in this module, for your orientation, this is the required activities you do need to complete. These will be assessed for no-show reporting, so if you decide not to complete them, you may be at risk of being reported as a no-show student, which would withdraw you from the course, which we don't want to have to do. Okay, so one is just a discussion that allows you to introduce yourself. The other one is a quick quiz that just kind of tests you on the syllabus information, so that should be pretty easy and straightforward. Now as you go through this course, you're going to have multiple ways to get to content. So you've got this navigation area, you've got these links down here. I would encourage you to click around and get used to how to get through the course. Usually when you get into a module, it lets you know what you're going to do. So in this case, there's like a checklist of what you need to do. And again, you can navigate through this module using the next link or using any of these links here. Okay, so in this first module, after you complete your orientation, you're going to basically read the first chapter of the textbook. You're going to learn a little bit about text editors, some tips for beginners. There's a video that's going to walk you through step by step how you do your very first assignment. And then your first assignment is basically, and I'll click on it real quick, is basically a quick web page that is about you. So you're going to answer these questions and you're going to use HTML to mark it up. Okay, so with that said, the only other thing that I really want to point out is making sure you guys know how to get to things pretty quickly. Now you may use your calendar and you can access all of these different things on your to-do list. But usually your instructor is also going to send out announcements. So just keep in mind that at any point, if you complete something, you can exit off of this to-do list. But this is meant to be a quick way to get to assignments. And then if you see that you have grades, this is really important, especially if you're new to online classes. Your professors are going to give you grades this semester, and these grades are meant to be feedback for you. So if I click on this, this is basically the grades for, this is just like a test student. So, think about this as your own account. This is going to show me the work that has been completed and then the grades that have been entered. Okay, so you're going to want to check the grades very frequently. And then as you go through, in some cases, you may only receive a number grade, but in many cases, your professor is going to enter in a rubric, and this rubric is going to give you information on how you performed. So it physically says, hey, this is how we've done certain things and you've done well. And then in this case, maybe you didn't meet a deadline or you didn't do something required. The other thing is there's a little comment area right here. That is there specifically to give you feedback that is from your teacher. And your teacher may type feedback, or they may actually attach a video in some cases if they need to show you something specifically. So you do want to check this often. You should be able to use it or check it through your computer or through a mobile device, but you will find a lot of things in Canvas are going to be more user-friendly through a computer. So we would encourage you to use a computer to check your grades, check feedback, and if you're ever having problems on the mobile device, just know that the computer version is usually a lot more user-friendly. So with that said, we hope this helps you out. At any point this semester, if you run into trouble, remember your instructor is here to support you and to help you, so you are encouraged to email them if you're having any troubles. And a lot of the times we're able to work through issues through emails and through back and forth conversations. And if you're really struggling with online learning, a lot of the times we can also send videos to explain things further, or even possibly even get on a Zoom meeting if needed. So again, do not hesitate to reach out to your instructor if you're having problems, and we hope this helps you get started in the course so that you can be successful.